Okay, so to kickstart our snowball, we have something exciting here. The thing I do want to talk about before jumping in is these are the very, very beginner methods. So if you already know how to do this stuff, go ahead and skip this lecture and watch the more intermediate to advanced training. If you, however, want to get the complete course and you want to learn everything, this is a great beginner strategy that will kickstart your page, leveraging your existing friends. So let's jump in. How many friends do you have? Not in real life, but on Facebook. For example, if you have 1,000 friends and you put out this kickstarting snowball starter status, which I'm going to show you exactly how to do, and you convert just 3% of people, that's 30 new likes on your brand new page. And you remember, it gets exponentially easier to move that needle. So that first like is actually quite difficult to get, and that next 10 likes is really difficult to get, especially if you don't have an existing audience. And then if you want to get to 100, it's getting easier, 1,000 easier, 10,000 easier. So the key here, and the reason why I wouldn't overlook this strategy, even though it's relatively simple, is because if you can get your first 30 likes this way, you are cutting a lot of momentum, time to get momentum off of your snowball. You know, you'll be growing quicker, you'll be growing, you'll be creating that momentum at a faster pace, and you're going to grow to the 10,000 likes and followers, 100,000 a lot quicker just by having this starter status. So the last thing I wanted to remind you of is, remember that a like is not worth a like. So even if you have 500 friends and every one of those friends has 500 friends, it's 250,000 people that have the potential to view your page, because when people view your page, Facebook will recommend it to their friends as well. So it would have to be a very incredible feat and a really entertaining status to get to 250,000 people. But that is the potential that just one of these statuses has. So I like to call it the snowball launcher. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to combine two really simple Facebook features, and all of this will be done on your personal profile. So this is not through the new brand. This is going to be leveraging your existing friends and existing family, and that of your employees or their friends. So Snowball Launcher is very simple. First of all, you want to create a post advertising your page. To reach people in more than one place, we're going to use not just this post, but we're going to use the inbox feature as well. So you want to create a post like this. I've just created a new brand, a new Facebook page for my brand. I love your support in the early phase of growing it. Please give it a like and a follow, and then a link to your page. Now, a couple things I want to dig into here. This is just a suggestion of the template you can use. You want to keep it short. Remember, short statuses do much better. You want to ask for support, because a page with no likes, you're not really offering that much value initially, and people are helping you out by liking this page, unless you're doing some crazy giveaways or something, which we'll get into. But people are really like, oh, I guess I can support a friend who is creating their brand or business on Facebook. So really important that you use support and appeal to their goodwill. And then the call to action is very important too. Please give it a like and a follow. So you want them to both like and follow, so they'll have a much stronger affinity to your page than if they just gave it a like or just gave it a follow. And the link is super important, because when you put the link to your page, the direct link to your page, they won't even have to click over to your page, but they can actually just click the like and the follow button inside the Facebook status itself. So that is very, very important. And that will be our Snowball Launcher status. Remember, you want to get momentum on that as quickly as possible. But how do you do that? What you do is you do the snowball follow-up inbox. So I would take a list of your top 30 friends, and I'd send them something like this. Now, it doesn't have to be exact. This is just quickly whipped up on my behalf. But once you have that status made, people are going to be seeing that, and they might actually skip over it. They might not be like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. I don't have to really help my friend in this situation. But if you also to inbox them, you also to send them a personal message using your personal profile once again. I just said, hey Jimmy, how are you? Just created a Facebook page for my whatever business you're in, trying to gain some momentum with my page likes. At the moment, I have X amount of likes. It could be 3, could be 17, could be 400. Absolutely no obligation, but if you could like my page, it would really help me out. Once again, give me the support, please. I'm in the early phases. I'm very vulnerable. Let me know if you can help me. I think you'll be very interested in the content I'll post there. Obviously, only say that if that's true. You know, you only want to be inviting people who actually have interest in there, because then their affinity will be high, and so will your global reach. All the best, Benji. And then a link directly to the page once again, so they can like it right there inside of the Facebook Messenger. Now, if you want to triple down on this, so if you have a status and then you hit up 30 people who are close friends who you think are going to want to like your page, you're going to be doing really well. And remember, the first 30 are the hardest 30 likes to get. So don't be like, well, that's only 30 likes. It's so hard to get those 30 likes by using anything really else. There's a couple of strategies which we'll go through, but this is a really good way to kickstart that snowball. If you are extra keen and you have employees or you have friends or family who also want to help promote your page, have them post something like this. We've just created a brand new Facebook page for our brand. I'd love your support in the early phases of growing it. Please give it a like and a follow. Very similar to the one that you've posted. But instead of I, it's we and our. So the person posting it still has ownership of it. And their friends will more likely support the page if they think they have more ownership in it. And then here's the trick, is you don't link it to the Facebook page. You link it to the original status. So you actually link it back to your status, because what happens is people will click on it, go to your status, and interact with your status. And that means not only will your status travel further with momentum, and we're going to get into that stuff in a second, but you're going to get more likes, more comment, and more engagement on your status, which is going to really increase that exposure and increase the amount of people who are taking action on it. So that's just an extra additional step you can do if you have people who are helping you promote your page and you want to reach their fans directly. Now, a social snowball. Remember this exponential difficulty. You need to get these 30 likes. You need to get 10 likes. 10 likes, if you can get 10 from your friends, you're doing really well. Don't hold yourself to be like, oh my God, I've used my whole friend list. I'm only at 100 likes. It's like, that's incredible. That's a really good start. You need to be proud of your 100 likes. You need to be proud of your page, no matter what area it's at. And we're going to show you how to get to every step one by one, but you need to be enjoying the journey, and you need to really own your page as a growing page in its early phases, because we're building that snowball. And once we have that momentum, nothing's going to stop us.